Hello everyone, a few videos ago I did a video about John Dies at the End, the book, and today I want to talk about John Dies at the End, the movie. First, let me start off by saying the movie is flat out terrible. Just horrible. Let me explain why. In the book there are two major plot points, and the movie was all like, ain't nobody got time for two plot points, and those two plot points were very important, but the movie just decided not to touch the second plot point. The movie pretty much solely focused on the first plot point with a little sprinkle of second plot point on it. And because of this, they missed some very important character development that happened in the second plot point and made the entire movie not make much sense. If you're a movie studio and you're doing one of those movie adaptations of a book, you need to read the book first. Because had the movie studio read the book, they would have realized, oh hey, there's two massive plot points in here. We could try to cram everything together and have a 4-hour-long movie, but nobody's got time for that. So we could do a part 1, part 2 thing like everybody's done, or if we can't do that, let's just not do the movie at all. It's simple as that. But they didn't, and now we're left with a steaming pile of crap that is called John Dies at the End of the movie, and it's horrible. At the end of the first plot point, there is a major character that is introduced that plays a massive role in the ending of everything, and he's actually involved somewhat in the second plot point. But because the movie studio didn't have really much time to do anything with the second plot point, at the end of the movie, there's this random guy that they kind of briefly mentioned, and you're like, who the heck is this guy? Like, WTF? This random character comes in and does stuff, and you're like, who is he? But because I had read the book, I knew who he was based on the book, not because of the movie, because the movie sucked at explaining it, and I was like, oh, so that's who this guy is. He's this important because XYZ. Like, okay. But the movie didn't do that, so if you had only watched the movie, you're kind of confused, like, who's this random dude that came and did some stuff? I'm being vague because I don't want to spoil the ending of the movie or the book. The ending of the movie, well, I don't care if I spoil it, but it's the ending of the book that I care more about, and I don't really want to spoil either of them because it's rude. I should also mention that this is the first movie that I've actually read the book before seeing the movie. Usually I do it the other way around. And I don't know why I do that, but I'm starting to question my sanity in me doing that because I'm wondering, how much am I missing out? Because in a book, you have the expansiveness of your imagination to just picture how things go, and then there's an infinite amount of pages that the author could put in, and you can just go into so much more detail. And then the movie has to try to cram everything together in about an hour and a half or 2 hours and whatnot, and you might be losing out on so much. So I'm starting to wonder if I should always read the book first, then go see the movie. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. What are your comments and thoughts? Let me know below. My recommendation to you is to stay very far away from this movie because it is horrible. Do not watch this movie. It is very, 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 very bad. The only way I would recommend that you watch this movie is if you've read the book first and you're very, very bored and you have nothing to do, watch the movie, fine. Laugh at how horrible it is, but do yourself a favor and read the book. Don't watch the movie. I'm sorry that this video is kind of ranty. I just needed to warn you of the horrors and how terrible this film is as opposed to the book. But yeah, that pretty much sums up this video. In the comments below, let me know, is there any other movies that are based on books that are super duper terrible? Let me know in the comments. I would like to know what movies to watch out for and what books I should read instead of watching the movies. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to have an epically awesome day. Bye!